Good morning, innovation fans, and welcome back to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here about midway through day 2 of our 2 days of live coverage from World of Workato. My name's Savannah Peterson, bringing you all the fun with Rob Strechay. This one is going to be particularly cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think when you think of innovative companies, this one definitely in their space has been very innovative. I mean, again, you know, how they've really been able to drive that market.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I was waiting for it. Without further ado, welcome these fabulous gentlemen from Lucid to my left. Deepak and Sanjay, thank you so much for being here.
Glad to be here.
I love this because, of course, software is really cool, but it's also awesome to see it in an edge device like an EV, in a vehicle at scale, one that I have driven myself. So fancy, so lovely, and so sweet. Talk to me a little bit about how you find yourselves, and I'll start with you, Sanjay, how you find yourself here at a technology conference for Workato. What's the bridge between Lucid and Workato?
Sure. Firstly, I'll start by saying the energy here is electric.
Isn't it?
Very nice.
I love this. Let's get as punny as we can in the next 15 minutes. Yeah, everyone gets a prize for their puns.
Listen, we are a customer of Workato, but I prefer to say we are partners. But we work very tightly together. Workato is our integration platform of choice. We use it pretty heavily across our platform stack, and that's why we're here, me and my team.
So I think, you know, again, getting into that, I mean, again, like you said, very innovative. I was saying it as well, very innovative. I mean, the way you're able to get, I guess it's miles per charge, and have gone over 400 and making the cars. But again, like you said, orchestration and being efficient and driving efficiency so that the company makes money and things like that. How have you seen this help you from an orchestration perspective, and where they're going with Genies helping you and be more efficient about how you're delivering these services to the people at Lucid?
Yeah. I'll start by saying, we we believe in the motto of compromise nothing, right? And so as you build a car, you're building a car with that premise of you're not going to compromise in design or.
Well, you can tell sitting inside one, that's for darn sure. I'll validate that independently. Yeah.
Yeah, or engineering or the space or the range. All of these are world-class capabilities of the car. And now we want to take that same idea into our tech stack. So we choose best-of-breed products. We bring them to our employees and our customers and our partners. But it leaves us with a void. It leaves us this gap of okay, now we build all these best-of-breed products. How do you put them all together? And that's where a product like Workato comes in. I'll talk highly, and I'll let Deepak speak as well. At a high level, because we have our data distributed across all these best-of-breed products, we have this challenge of how do I actually make intelligence out? How do I actually make for a seamless experience for a sales agent who's trying to have a conversation with a customer, or a partner who's trying to integrate with us, or a supplier? And so that's where the wonder of Workato is, where we can just easily plug the product into our landscape and be able to connect the dots.
Was that another pun? Plug it in.
I like that you're picking up on these things.
Oh, yeah. I'm dialed in. Deepak, I've got a question for you, and feel free to chime in as well. One thing that I've noticed between both of your companies is the real obsession with customer satisfaction. To your point of compromise nothing, but it's very clear. I mean, you can just feel it in the electric atmosphere, as you said earlier. You can tell how much the humans matter in this whole equation. And obviously many moving pieces when it comes to automotive manufacturing and design. But how have you managed to leverage them to continue that customer satisfaction?
Absolutely. So as Sanjay said, compromise nothing is not just about the car, it's about the entire customer experience as well. And even before they become customer, right? So all the way from someone navigating our website, looking at our available cars, looking for scheduling an appointment. This is a lot of orchestration going behind this. And using Workato as an orchestration platform helps us help our customers provide that awesome experience.
Have you found because again, using it and you head up integration and automation, when you look at this, Has this been almost kind of a force multiplier for your organization and how it brings the data and the different things together?
Absolutely. So once, we started realizing the power of Workato and the velocity and the agility it brings with it, it's been adopted more and more into all our components and verticals. And, building a car is one thing, getting things ready, it's a lot of orchestration. Like, we have systems, customer facing, we have internal IT systems, we have warehouse systems, and just putting an order or even getting a quote actually travels through at least 6 different systems, and all of that is connected and integrated and orchestrated. A lot of that with Workato now.
Wow, that's as a customer on the other side and someone who has played around with your website, I would have no idea that was going across 6 different systems. It's quick, it's speedy, it's super fun. Speaking of speedy, speaking of speed, y'all got the Gravity SUV coming out this year. How has working with Workato and even just in general, it seems like your go-to-market velocity is extraordinary, quite frankly. So how are you able to do this so quickly? How does orchestration help with that?
I'll correct one thing you just said. Actually, we launched Gravity last year. That's our SUV that came out last year. We're scaling this year. Skip the year of scale. But I'll let Deepak answer the second half of the question.
And being able to kind of satisfy the demand for the new orders and registration was crucial for us. Making the systems ready across the board, from evolving the systems, and we were anticipating this kind of volume, and it was very crucial for us to have all of those components work together to be able to process those orders, to be able to serve those orders, and Workato played a crucial role in all of this. It was very critical for us.
Gave you the confidence that you could handle that demand, which I think is probably. I can't wait to drive one. I haven't driven one. I feel a little antiquated that I didn't realize it was out last year. So fun.
But I think one of the things is also, again, when you're going to do a launch like that last year, and when you're going into that, you have to have so much all coming together. Kind of help us understand how these pieces came together to really, and what, again, going back kind of to force multiplication.
Tell us what's under the hood that people might not know.
Yes, they're very nice.
I think we can talk about 2 specific use cases that might be very good. And Deepak, we can talk about our first integration between our CRM and our ERP. Very kludgy to begin with. Lots of troubles, took forever to build. It was even harder a challenge to maintain. And this is such a critical integration, right? Everything we expose to our customer needs to be recorded in our books. And that integration was really fuzzy for us. That was our first step of integration, and we can add more color to that. And the second one is all the work that we've done on our HCM side. Maybe Deepak, you can speak to that a little bit more.
Yeah, we have these 2 great systems, Salesforce on the CRM side and SAP on the warehouse side, but big systems, make them talk to each other and be in sync is very crucial. Earlier it was problematic, but with Workato and with their connectors built in, it has made life so much easier for us. And all our crucial order delivery systems as well as order placement systems, all the messaging goes through Workato to and between these systems.
Nice. So, and that way you can make sure that your team around the world is all on the same page too, absolutely. Which is actually also mission critical. So talk to us a little bit about, more broadly, where innovation is going in the automotive industry. You were truly, at least in my mind, the first iconic luxury EV that was available to the masses at scale. What's next?
Next is our mid-size car. Yes, coming next year, we hope, towards the end of next year. It's going to be a smaller variant. It's going to be more attuned to somebody who's more outdoor and more adventurous.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Look for more to come. We'll launch the car soon, but we're calling it the mid-sized. It's our next variant of the car, so coming next year.
How is your technology roadmap really, aligning with that? Because I'm assuming that, you have to, drive the car and change the engine at the same time, kind of thing, right?
Yep.
When you start to look at it. So how do you align your roadmap and the different integrations? Because I'm sure with each launch, there's yet another set of integrations and systems that have to come online.
Yeah, I will start by saying, listen, it's a challenging situation for us because we're moving at such a fast pace, and all of our systems have to keep up with it. So I don't want to say we are always on our back foot, but there's always like a demand for new IT capabilities globally, right? We are still scaling our production of Gravity and the sales of Gravity. And so our sales teams are really like anxious to get on kind of new and more advanced capabilities that all require new integration, new products. We took a step back, and the launch of Air now means the leases are coming back, and now we have a whole remarketing program. So we got to build on that. And yet already we've got requests from our other teams internally to say, hey, how are we going to do this all over with midsize? Because the volumes are going to be completely different.
Right.
And so I don't want to. I want to say that it's an interesting challenge, but honestly, that's where these tool sets, like a product like Workato, building on new cool platforms that can be easily extensible, can easily scale, becomes really pivotal. Otherwise, if you're bogged down with technologies that are really hard to scale and maintain, we just cannot operate at the pace that we operate at Lucid today.
Yep.
No, you can't. And I've actually, I won't name the manufacturer because we don't need to throw anybody under the bus, but I went to try and pre-order a vehicle not that long ago. And the website was so clunky and poor that I ended up opting out of that purchase. And because I thought, if this is their tech, and as a person in tech, I can't trust that vehicle is going to be on the level, right? And so it makes a lot of sense that you've put this thought into that customer experience and balanced all the different systems that you're working with. It's actually really compelling. No, and I mean, I thought about that and I was like, wow, that is a $50,000 choice they made by not, yeah, exactly. And by not being more mindful of the customer journey. How, if you could wave a magic wand, how else would you like to magically surprise and delight your customers? Deepak, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
We would like to help them, answer their own questions through some of the agentic stuff we saw today, and really make them like a virtual assistant available eventually.
Yeah.
And I think that is something I'm very excited about. That will like handhold them throughout the journey of the car, not just like ordering and, but even beyond delivery as well. I think that would be my one takeaway.
Yeah. I'd add by saying, I think the experience we would like should be seamless, right? It should be there when the customer thinks of it versus having to ask for it.
Yeah.
Right. How do we get there? How do we get there? And how do we not need the customer to engage if they don't need to engage? How can we, self-serve the customer in ways that the customer feels like they can do what they need and transact when they want into the means that they want? That would be the ultimate question.
Yeah. Which model do you drive personally?
I drive a Lucid Air. I don't.
Deepak, what about you?
I'm going to get Air.
Yeah. I love that. I got to tell you guys, you gave me, I've never even told you this story. Y'all gave me a little gift once. So the first time I got to drive Lucid, and obviously the 0 to 60 is one of the most exciting parts about it. That car is fast. And I happened to be on a track, on a closed track. It was for a press event, and I've done quite a few car events, love the automotive industry. But oftentimes, looking like this as a woman, the drivers don't think I know how to drive. So I was in your car, and I was playing a little dumb blonde moment. I'm like, so how does it go? And I knew the track quite well. And we come around the corner, and I punched it so bad. Sorry to this guy. He whiplashes back into the seat, and the look on his face, and I could see him get all jostled. And I turned to him and I said, maybe don't underestimate the next woman who sits down in this cockpit. But it was all because of your amazing vehicle, and I knew I could trust the handling, and it was so fun. But I think that man learned a lesson that day. I'm going to ask you a personal question. If you could design yourself a personal genie outside of your Lucid life, what would you design your genie to do?
Oh. I've been thinking about this.
Great. Well, then we'll start with you.
I think it lives either on my watch or on my phone or in both places. I think it lives on the on a smart speaker in my house. It lives in the car. So basically means it's everywhere I want to be, right? And I think I want it to be able to tell me what my day looks like. It goes back to the same experience I wanted for our customers, right? Which is, I don't want to have to ask the question. I want to be reminded at 9 p.m. at night, make sure to carry your jacket in because you're going for an interview tomorrow and I'm meeting with the press or a meeting with an important client. Yeah. I need that. It should be intelligent. So I think it needs to kind of think for me so that the mundane can be taken out of my life.
And anticipate your needs.
Absolutely. That's the right word. Anticipate my needs. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that little gentle reminder.
I would like to have Ginny, who is like an inner voice, the second kind of that I can brainstorm from freely.
Bold. I love this.
That would be awesome. So I can brainstorm with Ginny.
Oh, like a little sounding board. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Little,
pretty
little,
cool.
yeah, you know, like the angel devil on the shoulder, depending on the day. I could see your genie. That's a fun one. All right. Wow. Cool conversation. Final question for you guys, because you're doing a lot real fast. When we're hanging out at World of Workato in Las Vegas next year, what do you hope to be able to say then that you can't yet say today? Deepak, I'll start with you.
I think the customer experience to the whole new level. That's
yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, and then really jumping on the agentic bandwagon where we feel like it's embedded in every aspect of our business, I think would be good else.
Cool.
Be a good story to talk about.
Well, we can't wait to hear about it. Now I'm just going to have to go drive another Lucid because we had this conversation.
We should. We'll get to connect right with.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's one. I love that you do your drive experiences on site at events a lot. I saw you at NVIDIA GTC. Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you
You got
so
a fangirl in me for sure. Thank you guys so much for taking the time today as well.
Thank you. We enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you.
And Rob, thank you for always going on the ride.
Always here up for the trip.
Yep.
I enjoy the journey.
Same. I enjoy all the miles we log together, Rob. And I hope you're having as much fun as we're having here in Las Vegas, Nevada, at World of Workato. My name's Savannah Peterson. You're watching theCUBE, the leading source for enterprise tech news.